Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Let's Play. Today you join me on my spoils of what I've done between episodes. So since last time, I collected some resources. A lot of resources. Now, all I did is that, in fact, you can actually just see it in the top left-hand corner, next to me, just there. There's a little hole, and there's a little block with some torches on it. It's tiny, but it's right next to my... Let's try and get it really close. There. Right on the edge of my frame. And I went down there, and I hit loads of caves. I went through, lit it all up, gathered the resources, and I've come back up, and this is what we've got. So, before we crack on with the main thing in today's episode, we need to get these sorted. Now, I must say, last episode, we got ourselves sorted out with all the equipment. We got the armor and the tools and so forth, and it made things so much easier. Now, I'm going to put the Silk Touch pick in my offhand. While I was down there, the durability went from full down to over half for just one mining run. And you can see all the iron ore and gold that I managed to get here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our fortune pick. So there we've got 4 diamonds already. That was a good one. To get down from this massive tower. And the XP should repair our Silk Touch pick in our offhand because it's got mending on it. So we've got some diamonds. We managed to get 12 diamonds out of that run. We've got a load of lapis. Yeah, lots and lots of lapis. Bit of redstone and a lot of coal. I mean a lot of coal. The rest of this tower is just solid coal. So I will see you at the bottom. Oh my goodness, that took a long time to do. There we go. That took about 5 minutes just to get from the top up there down to the bottom of here. And you can see I'm not picking up the coal because I'm full. So let's dump the diamonds in here. I was going to dump the lapis in here, but it looks like that's full as well. Let's get all the... Yeah, let's get all the iron in here. And the gold in there. And what we'll do is we'll also, when the gold's finished, we'll also help it out with a bit of iron. There we go. Not my shears. And then... Yeah, the coal. So much of it. So much coal when using a fortune pick and going caving. There we go. My goodness, look at it all. Okay, I think I've gathered it all now. Oh my gracious. Okay, so what are we going to be doing today? Well, today we're going to be carrying on with the Sky Fortress. I say carrying on, we haven't really started yet, but we've got our bubble elevator up to our Sky Fortress. And the first thing we're going to do is what I'm going to call the landing room. It's the room that you end up in once you go up the bubble elevator, or once you land by Elytra, if you're doing so, which we will do so in the future. Now, the landing room is going to be based off the room which is the observatory in Asgard in the Marvel films. It was a bit of inspiration for this build. However, in that film, in the films, that room is designed as a circle or oval shape, and it's got circles on the wall and so forth. We're going to adapt that into octagons, I think. Let's go up there and have a look. One of the things I've done between episodes is upgraded the bottom of this bubble elevator. Originally, I was going to think of some awesome, complicated, really cool way of entering, maybe with pistons and stuff that made it really easy, but then I figured out this. Just a little corner way of going in. So if I stand on the pressure plate, the doors open up and I can just get in really easy, no problem, and yeah, I mean, maybe it can look better. So when I design like the floor around here and so forth, we can integrate the pressure plate and maybe the pillars and maybe do a bit of decoration around here. But functionally, this is much better than any piston system I was thinking of. You get a nice, easy entrance and whoosh, straight in, no problem, and you can come from both sides. So here we are up here, and I just picked up a bit of cactus because of course we now have a cactus farm under the ground. Just a very simple farm. I'll show you. I'll show you. One of these days I'm going to walk off the wrong side of that. So let's just nip down under the ground. I'll show you the cactus farm that I built between episodes. It's the simplest, most basic thing. We've got a load of cactus on some sand with some water, a couple of fence posts in the ceiling, and when they grow, they pop off and come down the chute the same way our sugarcane farm did. I'm not going to do many farms between episodes. I think most of the farms I'm going to do is going to be within an episode. But for that one, it's just so straightforward and simple. You can see how well walking up to the bubble elevator works there with those double doors. Okay, so I'm not going to show you any reference pictures just in case there's a copyright thing. But the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to make ourselves a little place to... Oh, well, that's gone. A little place to set up some water, because I'm going to need some for this. So let's go out by a few blocks. This is where things start getting interesting. The Sky Fortress has well and truly begun. Now, I'm starting off with these stone bricks. Now, it doesn't mean that the whole thing's going to be made out of stone bricks. It's just I've decided that this is going to be like kind of the staple, the kind of the base, the framework. And then what we'll do is we'll decorate it and we'll swap out different bits for different themes as we go. But what I wanted first of all is we need to extend the bubble elevator slightly. So I'm just going to pop in. How was I going to do it? That'll do. That'll do. We've just got a little mini infinite water source section down here. Just going to nick the top water from there. Perfect. Now, last time I did this with kelp, but to be honest, it's easy enough just to do by hand for this little bit. So the middle wants, like I said, raising up, and oh, I don't want to block there. And then we want it's going to be raised up and steps going down because there's a platform in the middle of the observatory where the observer normally stands. So in the film, the observer stands in the middle on the platform, and here in our world, we're going to come up and land at that point if we come via the bubble elevator. So I was thinking of putting this up too, but with steps. But with the way that I'm doing everything in this Let's Play, I'm doubling pretty much everything. So instead of going up 2, I'm going to go up 4. These are all everything. Every build is going to be a lot bigger. So we're going to transition from glass to the stone, and I really, really wish that I had some sort of saving grace if I fell down here right now. So that's 2. I'm going to do 3 and 4, and then we'll work on expanding the rest out. I've been at this for a little while, and I think I've got the basic shape down. So if you can see here, I have this octagon around me. I keep wanting to call it hexagon. Hex is 6. Oct is 8. It's an 8-sided shape. Octagons in Minecraft are really quite easy. All you've got to do is work out how long an edge is, and then everything else is really easy. So I've done that, but what I've also done is I've started to work on one of the entrances. So here we go. It's a half octagon. So we've got kind of half a bit here, or just over half. Actually, each edge on this one is 3. Each edge on the big one, I think, is 11. 11 on the big directions. Oh, we got a bit more cactus. That keeps happening. That's good. But this is not 3. This is 2.5. I've raised the octagon up slightly, so there's plenty of room to get through. Now, in this direction, this is the direction that the rest of the Sky Fortress is going to be. So this is actually going to be the entrance into whatever room is next behind me. This will go off into the rest of the fortress. In front of me is all the different entrance bits. So we can obviously enter via our bubble elevator, but also we're going to have 3 other of those hex, half oct, we'll call them oct, yeah, half oct windows. And that's so that when we're flying around with our Elytra, we can just fly straight in. They're kind of like, this is almost like a landing room as well. I think I did actually call it a landing room. Now, before I work on too much of the structure, I was over here earlier and I did fall down, but I didn't die. I fell down here, I wasn't holding shift, and I just slipped straight off onto the ground, and my armor saved me. I didn't have many hearts left, but I'm alright. You can see I've still got I've got 50 levels still, and things are going quite well on that front. I filled a little bit in the middle in, and I've worked on the stairs here. So we've got some stairs that come down from what is normally the kind of the viewing platform of the observatory, and then it comes down onto half slabs, because it's very important we don't let anything spawn in this base ever. It's a bit of a waste putting half slabs on top of the blocks, but you can't sneak on a half slab and not fall off on the bottom side of a half slab. If a half slab's on the top side, like that's the top side of the block, then you can, and you don't fall off. So that's all good. So I've been putting them there. Sounds like there's a lot going on. Oh yeah, we've got another one. So the next job is to fill this in. So we've got a floor, put the slabs down, put the other half ox in, and that will give us the basic frame, the basic floor and basic frame. Now eventually there'll be a spike on the roof and there'll be all sorts of detailing and decoration, but the next thing I actually want to do is I want to do the bit around here for the item collection. So I've nipped down back to our temporary workstation to get a few different bits and bobs and get sorted out. We're going to need a load more stone, so we'll get that and we'll convert it into the blocks we need. I almost felt like bringing the stone cutter up with us, but I'm going to leave it down here. It's really quick to get up and down. What else do I need? I need some hoppers. So I've already got 8 here, and I also need some stone pressure plates. I feel like I need some more. I've got my water bucket, and I think that's going to be about it. Yeah. Right, so that's going to be it for there. Oh, actually, we'll take a chest up. So have we got any spare chests? We've got some chests there. And what else? We probably want a couple more chests. Couple more chests. Oh, of course, wood. Wood will help us with chests. So we're going to make some chests. Let's make apparently 16 chests. I didn't quite mean to make that many. And then how are we doing on the... Oh, we got so much iron. So much iron. So we're going to make some more hoppers. I'm going to say if I make 2 and that brings us to 10, I think I need 9. So then let's get another 4 and then that should leave us with 5. But then I also need another 3 or 4. So 1, 2, 3. There, that will do. I need some stone pressure plates. So let's go pop this iron back. Stone pressure plates. There we go. I think I need 9 of them. So now we've got 10. That'll do. Okie dokie. I think I've got all the bits I need for this. So up we go. Oh, that just works so well. And also you can change direction on your way up. So if we were actually going into the fortress, we'd be doing that and walking in. Oh, it's going to be amazing. Love it. So I'm going to do some modification to these slabs here. And it might make them... No, not that one. Put that one back. You know what? I forgot to change the bricks. But never mind. So this, yeah, we're going to get a bit of a mess for a moment. But the idea is that... Is it there or 1 out? Oh, it's 1 out. Oh, do I need more than that? Okay. I've done this in a testing world, and I'm just trying to remember exactly how I did it, and I think I just remembered. So it's a line across here that I need. Okay, so we're going to put in a line of hoppers. And those hoppers are going to all funnel down into some hoppers that are down here. And temporarily, those hoppers are going to go into a chest. Okay, so this is the item collection from downstairs that is eventually going to go into our storage system. And I think I could potentially get one more set of chests in there. I'm just not going to right now. So let's work this backwards. This is always the best way to do it, isn't it? Backwards. Start from there, and then we'll hop up here. Hop up, never mind. And put them in like this. So this is our item collection system. We just now have to guide the items into that area. So what we're going to do is we're going to use water, and we're going to use these stone pressure plates to constrain that water. So we're going to put stone pressure plates all the way around the edge here. It could be that I just put it here, or we could use something else apart from stone pressure plates. If you've got any ideas of what I could use to stop the water flowing that might look better than stone pressure plates, I'm thinking I might use iron pressure plates in the future, but I haven't got that many. Right, you know what? I'm going to get that stone cutter and the workbench. Plop. I'm going to get it just because. Right, we're bringing that up, and I don't think I actually have a spare workbench. Oh no, I do. I have lots. And we may as well just take a little bit more stone up with us. There we go. Yep, we're gonna take these items temporarily up here, and hopefully all the cactus now, or when I finish this little bit, will get pushed in. So. That's where it's going to get pushed into. Let's pop this stone pressure. Let's just put this down here for now. So under the staircase is where we can actually have like a secret storage system temporarily. And what did I want? I wanted pressure plates. So we need a few more. I can't remember if it was 6 or 7. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was 6. So that's all the pressure plates in, and then I'm just going to get my ender chest out. Now, I can't remember if I've mentioned it already, but I did, between episodes, make an ender chest. Really easy, and it's so cool to... Oh, I've got an empty bucket. Guess I'm fetching some water. So, I really like the fact that I've got a hole there, and I can just drop down. I think I'm going to keep it like that for a little while. Just to make it a little bit easier. So, up we come! And we're going to put 1 bucket of water there, 1 bucket of water there. We'll fill them both up. And we'll put 1 back in the ender chest, because it's always good to have 2 buckets of water. And we'll keep the other one there. So, that is it! That is our... Oh. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Right, if we put a block there temporarily, take the block out, and then... Where's my water bucket? Just make sure that that is a full block. There we go. That's fixed the water flow. Perfect. Now all you have to do is wait for an item to come up. Oh my goodness. Perfect. So we've got an item to come up, and that's it. The water flow up here just gently nudges it into the hoppers. In the chest! And just to test that we can still get up there fine, I'm going to go into the water stream and head into where the fortress is going to be. We shoot out, and we actually land out of that water stream if we push, and if we don't push, then the water stream just gently nudges us out anyway. These do make a noise. That's the only thing I think I don't like about them at the moment. But for now, this is our central podium, where items get collected and we arrive. So now it's time for me just to go around the rest of this, to fill in all the blocks that are missing. Put the other archways in. Oh, look! Oh, brilliant timing there. There comes our sugar cane. It's obviously just harvested. Oh, this is fantastic. The only downside with this system is that you might end up with some items in your inventory if you happen to come up the bubble elevator at the same time, but you can just lob it down and it's fine when you get up here. So now we're actually starting to get a collection of stuff. Yeah, that's going to be good. So back to what I was saying is I'm just going to fill this in, and once I've filled this in, got all the basic structure in, we can start making it look beautiful. Here we go then. So I've now filled in all of the stone slabs beneath us, and I've finished all the archways and put a little bit on the walls. It's looking quite good. I'm quite happy with the shape. It's what I was aiming for. And what I've also been doing since last time is kind of working out the decoration of how the rest of this thing's going to look. And this is what I've come up with. So I've come up with a bit of a style here. I've been working on just one quadrant. We've got some diorite and kind of detailing in the floor. We've got water columns, because I figured this is a bubble elevator with a water top. We could have maybe a little bit of a water theme going on here. We've got some dark oak items, some lanterns, and a bit of a roof starting to come on. And you know what? I quite like it. So you can come up to the windows and you can see right out the windows and you can look around. I mean, there's a lot of cloud about at the minute, but normally you could look down. And these water streams here, it's not night time at the moment. Where's the sun? So it will be in a bit, but these water columns are lit up at the top and bottom by glowstone, so they kind of emit light, as well as these lanterns. So I'm quite happy with how this looks. I think it's very good for kind of my level as it is at the minute. Throughout this series I intend to raise my game and make even more dramatic and beautiful builds. I may put a little bit of mossy stone in here and there just to give it some effects in the corners, but as a starting point, that is what we're going for. So the next thing to do is to do the other bits, and I feel that this would work best in a third-person time-lapse. That's right, folks, a third-person time-lapse. We haven't done one of them on this series before, so here's the first of probably plenty more to come. Here we go, folks. It looks like things are pretty much done for the landing room. Although I'm not 100% happy with it at the moment. I think I might swap the cobblestone in the roof for something else. I'm not sure yet. But what I want to do is leave this for a little while. Let it sink in. I want to know how I feel about this before I do any tweaks or upgrades. We've got plenty of things to be getting on with. Lots of stuff on the to-do list. And boy, have I been making a to-do list. I'll maybe show you a bit of that next time. But for now, I'm quite happy with the walls, the windows, the water detailing, and the lanterns on the ground. I'm not so sure about the ones in the roof. But overall, the structure's in. I think it looks good, especially down here. I think we might need a little bit more light around the pyramid in the middle. But yeah, I'm gonna call that done with a potential tweak for the future. If you've got any ideas for a tweak for this particular room, then please do let me know. And if you've got any suggestions of what you'd like to see on this to-do list, please put them down in the comment section. We've got things like, and here we go, we've got stuff coming up. We're going to fight the Ender Dragon. We're going to fight a Wither. We're going to build a map room, a courtyard, a workshop, all that sort of stuff. A lot of it is going to be expanding off this room, and I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you are too. But that is going to be all from me for now. Thanks for watching. Take care, and ta-ra!